Josie smirked to herself. If this guy was on Aiden and #39's bad side, she was definitely gonna get to know him better. She chucked her lunchbox into the trash and headed off to dig up some books on acupuncture. Kyle caught her ignoring him, and his jaw tightened. And quote, "Hey, you hear me? You already ticked Aiden off this morning. Don and #39, Tigo making it worse." And quote, Josie almost laughed, but it was a cold, bitter one in her head. In her old life, she and #39D jumped through hoops to keep them happy, always putting their feelings first. Not anymore. She was done playing nice. She was looking out for herself now. And quote, "Thanks for handling the stuff, Kyle," and quote, she said, voice icy, barely glancing at Kyle before heading upstairs. Her chilly vibe threw Kyle off. He and #39D known Josie forever, and she and #39D never hit him with that look. Kyle and #39's mind spun. And #39, is she still mad about this morning when we pushed her to apologize? I thought Aiden and #39's feelings were her top priority. I was just trying to help. Why and #39? Is she acting like I and #39 am the jerk? And #39, Kyle scoffed and stormed out of the archive room. When Josie came back down with her book, the empty room didn't and #39T surprise her. Kyle was selfish to the core. His family name and skills weren't and #39T enough to keep him in the team and #39's good books, so he stuck to Aiden like glue, always sucking up. Back when Josie was the team and #39's favorite, Aiden had a soft spot for her. Kyle milked it, using her to talk him up to Aiden. Even when a lab disaster nearly got him kicked out, Josie had begged Aiden and David to give him another shot. But when Natalie framed her and the team turned on her, who was the first to stab her in the back? Kyle. Josie let out a sharp, mocking chuckle. And #39, what, I give him the cold shoulder once, and he just bolts? And #39, wait till I shove that diploma in his face. Every backstab he pulled returned, one by one. What in #39, is he gonna do then? And #39, she pushed Kyle out of her mind, left the archive room, and headed to her dorm, missing the cold, angry eyes watching her from the shadows. Kyle figured Josie would blow up his phone, begging him to come back and help. The archive room was a mess of papers, no way she could sort it alone. But she didn't and #39T call. Didn't and #39T even stay. She just walked out. That wasn't and #39T the Josie he knew. And #39, is this who she really is? And #39, he wondered, doubt creeping in. And #39, was that sweet go-along girl just a front all this time? And #39, Kyle and #39's face lit up like he and #39D cracked a big secret. Heading to the guys and #39 dorm he muttered and quote, Josie, you and #39, redone. I and #39, am gonna expose you and make things right for Natalie. And quote, Aiden had pushed for Josie to apologize to Natalie, showing who he really cared about. Kyle thought if he could get on Natalie and #39's good side, Aiden would be stoked. He and #39D hoped Josie would suck it up and say sorry to Aiden, then he and #39D have two people hyping him up to the boss. And #39, but nope, Josie and #39's gotta be stubborn and blow me off, and #39, he thought. And #39, well can and #39T say I didn't and #39T try? And #39, Josie bolted back to her dorm, stuffed her laptop into her backpack, and headed for the door. Before darting out, she shot her roommate a look. And quote, hey, if anyone comes asking for me, just say I and #39 am sick and drag myself to the hospital, okay? And quote, and yeah, she did head to the hospital. Alaville and #39's only traditional